Good morning. I'm Nimick, and with Beth, Karow, and I are your worship associates, with Toby accompanied by Catherine and Taylor doing the music, and Bob and Claire and Eileen on AV. I remind you to turn off your cell phones, and I invite you to greet your neighbors or anyone remembering the word from last week's service wholeheartedly. However, I'm also adding the word wordlessly. So, wholeheartedly and wordlessly, greet one another with your eyes, your smiles, your heart, and any other nonverbal, full-hearted way.
Good morning. That happens to be one of my all-time favorite songs we just sang, so I am in a really good mood, and I want to wish all the fathers out there and all those who do fathering a happy Father's Day. My name is Linda Siska, and I'm actually here to read the land acknowledgement, not make other comments, but these acorns remind us that we meet here on Nisenan land, that the history of the land and its peoples continues to shape this community, that we support the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe and efforts to stabilize their people and restore tribal sovereignty through federal recognition, and that our own deepest well-being is bound to the tribe's well-being.
Good morning.
Good morning.
For lighting of the chalice, this is a poem by Pat Uribe Lichty called We Will Be Renewed. We come together with our tired minds and bodies, with our confusion and questions, our uncertainties and fears. We come together with our hopes, with our pasts and our ideas, our passions and our faith. We come together bringing all of who we are, trusting that in gathering we will be renewed and that together we can create the world we long for.
And with that, and the light from our chalice lighting the lantern for the children, Lindsay will lead them on their way as we sing them off. Maybe. Are there children? Pretend children. That's my favorite song. Well, I'll just echo what everyone else said. Good morning. My name is Beth Karow, and Carol and I extend a warm welcome to all of you here in the room and all you on Zoom and or sometime in the future on our YouTube channel. And a very happy Father's Day to all the dads and the stepdads and the father figures among us. Reverend Kevin is on the front end of some well-earned time away, working remotely, attending UU's General Assembly, and getting in some good extended family time. But when he's here on Sunday services that land on holidays like this one, but when the service isn't directly focused on the holiday, like Father's Day, this isn't a Father's Day service per se, he often takes the pulse of the room with an informal thumb poll. So in his honor and his absence, I thought we could all do that too. So just out of curiosity, by a show of thumbs, is Father's Day a positive day for you? Okay. And are there negative feelings? I guess you could do that if there are. I guess I haven't figured out how to do a thumb poll. I should pay more attention. Anyway, how about mixed? Yes? Mixed? Yeah. Okay. Good to know. I'm not sure how we'll record that, but thanks for indulging me. We are a mixed bunch of folk, complex and nuanced in our experiences of Father's Day, among many other things. We are all ages, all sizes, all orientations, and all kinds of other things. Yet in all our glorious individuality, we come together each week to celebrate life, to create community, to learn, to teach, to grow, and support and witness each other here in this space made holy by our presence. Today, we'll step deeper into our monthly theme of renewal, and we'll hear reflections from some members of UUCM offering their own personal thoughts about renewal. Speaking of renewal, even the soap dispenser in the bathroom has renewal on. I mean, it's like when you start seeing it everywhere. I just saw it in the bathroom just before I came out. Anyway, that's a non sequitur. Whether this is your very first time or you've been coming for ages, whether deciding to come today was effortless or excruciating, whether the idea of renewal excites you or exhausts you, it is good to be together in this moment in this place with these people. Welcome all.
Begin again. Little moments, running the water, tending to the plants, cutting the fruit, opening the curtain so that the entire sky can greet you. It's never easy, but no matter, steam from the tea, so quiet, an open book and door and arms. You woke up today. You are alive. This is a gift. Even though life may beat you down hard, even though things, situations, and people you love may be taken away from you so that your arms can memorize the grace of letting them go, even then, especially then, begin again. Remind yourself that nothing really dies. Rather, it transforms. Everything and everyone you have ever loved lives in the mysterious memory of your cells, turning, healing, renewing itself. Until one day, a photograph of someone very dear, long gone, visits your mind, and you bow your head with appreciation. Meanwhile, take your pain to the sea, your troubles to the mountain. Leave it there and walk away, home, clean. When failure knocks and rattles and quakes, let it. Watch it make a fresh canvas for you. Failure, the great teacher, is kinder if you thank her as you are getting up off the floor. She knows something that you don't know. She is usually the last face you will see before breaking through. Such a little light in the crack of the door. But today, if you are wading through the waters of loss and confusion, begin again. Open the avocado, draw the bath, gather the books, play your favorite music, write, create art, open your arms and move your legs. Lovely time blessings, whispering to life, you won't give up. Not ever, not ever, not ever.
The ritual that we hold almost each week, called Joys and Sorrows, allows for us to pause, to reflect on what we are holding, on what might be weighing on us. It's a time to recognize that which we celebrate, we remember, we grieve, we worry about, we are grateful for. Some of us in the room will choose to come forward and pick up a stone from our collection here and allow it to represent all that we carry. As we place it into the bowl of water, water being the universal solvent that transmutes and dilutes and carries the ripples of cares and concerns, we join with others in creating a renewed container of shared joys, of shared sorrows. Those on Zoom may choose to type what they're holding today into the chat bar, or they can simply type a 0 as a sort of virtual stone. As Toby plays the piano, whether you come forward or remain seated, I invite all to deepen into stillness, holding a sacred space of caring for ourselves, for others in our community, and for the entire planet. I place the last stones as symbols of all that remain in the tenderness of our hearts and minds today. And I offer up this prayer with embedded pauses by the Reverend Dr. Rebecca Savage. Spirit of life, both within us and around us, be present to our collective yearning for renewal in this moment. Life has become super lifey these days, with the demands and pressures of jobs and roles, the tugs of the heart of people and places we miss and long for, the ways that when so much is asked of us, we crumble just a little bit more each day under the weight of it all. With soul-crushing, devastating news and updates from around the world and in our own communities, the loved ones in our lives hurting and struggling, the ways that we are hurting and struggling. Spirit of life, we pause to acknowledge the many challenges of life and send love and care within and out in the world. We pause to honor and hold space for the struggles we experience in our bodies and in our spirits, and send love and care to those tender places. We pause to receive the abundant mystery and grace, the power of love that is greater than ourselves to heal and nourish us. We call upon all the transcendent gifts of renewal to be bestowed upon us, for an energizing renewal to fill us in all the ways that serve our lagging spirits when our own resilience wanes. We give thanks and gratitude for the sweetness of renewal so that it may linger in us, be amplified and multiplied towards healing and wholeness. In the name of all that is hopeful and holy, may it be so.
So renewal is certainly a theme we can all relate to. And a few of our members, as Beth said, will give their reflections, and I'm sure their voices will echo for you. And I want to thank Carl and Carol and Jeff for your thoughts that are coming. In between each reflection, there'll be a pause with singing. Often I'm spent, not even embodied enough to know the degree of my exhaustion, aching, paralyzed with tiredness. I can't even take a deep breath or quiet my spinning. I actually resort to doing more. How, I ask, do I change these decade-old patterns? How do I step out of this go, go, go box with its many unconscious triggers? When will I choose not to fill my life to the brim? Breaking patterns and habits is hard, yet I yearn to remove these blocks that keep me from a place of calm and peace, knowing well it's in the pauses, it's in the empty spaces I sink into the meaning, true meaning of life. Some spaces come daily and with observed rituals. This helps. For example, sitting in the morning or reading together with Jeff, or just even a click of the coffee cups to toast the day. A pause of appreciation and words of gratitude before dinner. Rituals are one way that are key for me. And I wonder what other renewal rituals I can incorporate. Kevin asked us last week, What do we do full-heartedly? And I thought, oh, yes, walks and backpacks, skis in nature, creating soul collage cards or baskets, grubbing my hands in the soil or batting tennis balls, humming a song, being engrossed in a book, those bring renewal. The question of living with full-heartedness begs the question, what do I want to be doing more full-heartedly? And the first thing that comes to my mind, just blazes up for me, is loving myself. More exercise, hydration, reflection, meditation, vulnerability, getting out of my comfort zone. My triggers to full-heartedness are having fun and generating self-love. And how do I do this? Yikes, where to begin? Well, first, I think to acknowledge there is a transition, that endings are required, and some wandering before beginning, but beginning. And also, I think affirmations. I am embodied and aware of my breath each moment. I breathe in life. I exhale exhaustion. Can I speak more honestly my renewal needs to myself, embrace them and love them, and recognize my soul's yearning? Can I bless a path to renewal and remind myself to breathe each moment? I want to dream again the road to meaning, peel that avocado, open my arms, move my feet, whisper to life and to myself, what is most important and what am I thankful for? What does it take to renew our intention to live full-heartedly?
Running on empty, beat down, used up, brain running on overtime, making thoughts, stories, jolts. Here we go again, oh boy. Tai Chi, hikes, hugs, breathe out. Breathe in. Again. And again. Hugs again and again. More hugs. Holding hands. Singing. Play. hot springs, streams, rivers, lakes, ocean. Rinse and repeat over and over again. Refresh, renew, renew, refresh, renew, again and again. May it be so.
I've been taking Kevin's words to heart from last week's sermon. I've been sitting with the questions he posed about wholeheartedness. 4 years ago, I was wholeheartedly into many things. I was feeling so wholehearted, my life was just full, happy. And then, through a series of accidents and injuries, in the last 3+ years, I've had 4 orthopedic surgeries that have required months of downtime and rehab. I suddenly lost the opportunity to be wholehearted. I suddenly lost the opportunity to feel energized and engaged. I couldn't do my outside activities anymore. So I'm reflecting on going from wholehearted, fully wholehearted, to full stop. Most of my commitments became difficult or impossible to do. I was feeling exhausted and opted to focus my wholeheartedness on healing. Borrowing from this month's Soul Matters packet, inspired by Lisa Oliveira's inquiry, I had to consciously ask myself, how do I keep going? Here are a few things I learned. Most nights were long and painful, but with each first light, I learned to welcome the day with the expectation that something wonderful would come. It was my goal to start the day with a feeling of joy and to have something to look forward to, no matter how simple. When I am able-bodied, I don't think about how many steps it takes to get from here to there or how to carry things. When I became disabled, every activity required re-engineering and efficiency. I kept going by taking on the challenge to find what I could do rather than what I couldn't, and to look for ways to make everything as simple as possible. I guess I should mention that I live alone on 10 acres and care for farm animals. There's a lot of re-engineering. With limited energy, it became important for me to decide what was most important each day and dedicate my time to that. Maybe it was pain management, physical therapy, catching up on correspondence, or trying something new. My days became very simple, but I still did not want to waste them. There were times, more than I like to admit, that I needed help when things are just too hard, but still important. If something was too hard, but not important, I learned to let it go. Do I really have to make my bed every day? For all the help I received from others, I learned to have a sense of gratitude and appreciation for all the different ways people have of being helpful. There were days I was simply renewed by tears of gratitude. When you're healing from a traumatic injury or a complex surgery, progress does not come every day. In fact, sometimes things get much worse before they get better. I kept going with a profound trust in the power of the body to heal and accepting that progress is not linear. And the best means of renewal for me is to get outside. That's where life happens. I take in an expansive view, I find calmness and relaxation. I take in a small view and feel energized by all the animal activity. I bring my careful attention to something and forget about pain and overthinking. Did I just witness that veggie plant grow? Thank you.
When asked to share a reflection on renewal, the first feeling that arose for me was my daily swim. If the day aligns, sunlight grazes on Memorial Park pool come 9 o'clock in the morning. I drop in and push off, feeling a rush of coldness and buoyance of water. My body's limbs and inner fibers immediately kick in. I wear a swimsuit and cap, earplugs and eye goggles, but it feels like just me and the water. I move with the image of gliding high in the water, stretching arms to the sky with a steady stroke for 20 minutes. My heart rate and body heat up, and the water no longer feels cool or separate. Whatever nagging thoughts or to-do lists or last night's haunting newscasts or morning mental chatter, all this is now gone. My mind feels still with the exertion. I pause for a minute and clear my goggles. The next round is twice the distance. I'm more aware of breathing on every fourth stroke, and my eyes follow the shimmering light dancing on the bottom. There's an ebb and flow to my pace that depends on the quality of sleep and what I've eaten the night before. Occasionally, I change up my stroke and flip on my back, and suddenly, the sky and clouds are my landscape. I don't count laps, but a wristwatch somehow keeps track. At the end of an hour, I pause, and then comes the best. I push off for a finale. Most of the time, fatigue and any sensation of weariness has fallen away. Strokes feel fresh and the sense of gliding heightened. The endorphins are pulsing, but I'm not thinking about it because I'm just suspended. I could be here all day. But after another 20 minutes, my skin tells me it's time to stop. The salts in the water have dried my pores. In winter, my body temperature drops and starts craving heat. In summer, the sun exposure parches my back, and overheats my torso. I climb out and shower off. My after swim ritual is sitting quietly at poolside, even in the winter when I get bundled up. It's like a short meditation of thankfulness, thanking the clear water, thanking the miracle of body, thankful for taking this time out from all other calls, thankful for carrying into the day these feel-good hormones. I'm so grateful to know this simple daily practice in the pool of renewal. The morning swim provides a rhythm that helps me feel more wholeheartedly through the day. I might add that I'm nourished by music, and I'm thankful for the many ways our heart and soul help us renew.
My parents, my mother and her husband of 41 years, recently made the decision to sell their beautiful home deep in the Santa Cruz Mountains. They'd been there for 25 years happily, but while they were still relatively healthy and active, they chose to move into a 2-bedroom condo unit in a retirement community in the city of Santa Cruz. Ironically situated between the hospital and the cemetery, their new space offers them many exciting possibilities. For instance, freed from the never-ending cycle of grocery shopping, cooking, and cleaning, they now take their meals in a dining room where they can sit alone together or opt to join others at larger tables. Room service is also an option. So, bye-bye to all that dining room furniture, the good china, the everyday china, and some ancestral china I've never even seen before. What is it with all the china? China, it's a thing. And all the crystal, the silverware sets, serving dishes, table linens, etc. Also all the pots and pans, the bakeware, crock pots, utensils, and all but a very few of her extensive collection of pitchers and teacups. So too everything else, the garden tools, potted plants, hoses, light bulbs. So many things, mundane and fancy, to let go of, to rehome, to purge. They are literally lightening their load. And when I'm in a good place with it, I can see this massive downsizing as a tremendous gift they're giving themselves and their children and grandchildren. That's when I'm in a good space with it. Other times, I am melancholic, depressed, and paralyzed with the existential crisis brought on by the rapid liquidation of a lifetime of stuff, both utilitarian, like cake pans and soap dispensers and the like, and special stuff, a treasure trove of art, antiques, furniture, books, and all the things that make Mom and John's home the unique manifestation of their long lives. I have a hard time letting go. But it's not like I have any room for any of this stuff, special as it is. I have my own stuff, lots of it. And so When I find myself fretting about all the loss and spiraling into darkness as I do, I must make a conscious choice to reframe how I respond to the situation. The only thing I have control over in each moment is how I choose to move through it. Resistance is futile, and it hurts. Two things help. One, imagining all the new One is imagining all the new opportunities my parents will get to experience in their twilight years. Now, when they leave home, they're no longer having to brave turning onto Highway 17, a risky drive for anyone, let alone someone in their 80s. They'll have the freedom to take more frequent and spontaneous outings, not having to wind through the mountains every time they leave home and have to get home before dark. They're not having to spend another precious second of their precious lives in mundane home maintenance, vacuuming, laundry, repairs, big and small, are all included at their new home. Being only 5 minutes away from my younger brother's family means they'll get to see their youngest grandchild, who just turned 6 on Friday, much more often. They'll be meeting and cultivating new friendships with all kinds of folks, joining in group activities, sharing meals, tending their plots in the community garden, and who knows what else. I'm so happy for them, really, I am. The second thing that helps me when I'm feeling the grief of loss is imagining all the possibilities for their former belongings. Their house, home of 25 years of memories, most of them really good. It's going to be loved by someone else now, who will no doubt marvel at their good fortune of being the new owners of this quaint old cottage, adding their own touches to the landscaping cultivated with care by my stepfather over the years, and admiring the mosaic walls so lovingly crafted by my mother. Same with all their stuff. As an avid thrift store shopper, I know personally the thrill of finding new to me treasures on the shelves, racks, and bins of secondhand shops. It does make me smile, thinking of their old things being discovered anew like that, beginning a new cycle with new people. Yes, it's an ending, but it's also a beginning, a renewal. And I'm here for it, all of it. Happy, sad, complicated. Such is life.
Just want to thank all of our readers and people who reflected this morning. This morning's offering will be received with wholehearted thoughts to contributing and to renewing the workings of our church and our community. 25% of our offering this morning will support the Nevada County Veterinarian Disaster Response Team, whose mission includes assisting in the safe and prompt evacuation, shelter, feeding, and basic medical care of domestic and farm animals in a disaster area. If you'd like 100% of your offering to go to the Veterinarian Disaster Response Team, please put your offering in the white envelope. Please see the slide for other ways to give. Generosity, your giving, and your support of the UU community of the mountains and of the Nevada County Veterinarian Disaster Response Team. We dedicate these gifts to the renewal of spirit that comes from meaningful connections throughout our community and the wider world of which we are a part. It is in giving that we receive. Thank you.
And thank you to all that contribute to making our service today. Taylor and Catherine and Toby, our readers for the land acknowledgement, Linda, who also did this beautiful altar. Joyce, so nice to have you up here reading the chalice, lighting, reading. Jeff, Carl, Nancy, Karow. Nancy, whatever you did today, I'm sure was really important too. And I just wanted to mention Siobhan, who really she every week does so much with putting the slides together and, really going through the rhythm of the service. And I asked for that picture of the moon, the earth rise over the moon. The person who took that just died last week. And that's the first image that we have of the earth seen. Oh God, I get chills. I guess it was really appropriate for that. So I'm glad she was able to find that and put that in all the slides. Let's see, who else am I missing? Oh, Claire Miller, who knew she had it in her? She's our sound person, accompanied by her husband, Bob Miller. And Eileen, again, on chat host, thank you so much on Zoom. Jean and Katz were our greeters and ushers, refreshments. Leslie, Susan, Merrill. Monday Soul Matter Circle. Oh, great. Let's see what they brought. And then Lindsay and Cheryl Spalding headed up our Kids Connection, which they did end up having a kid, so that's nice. Today, there's an artist reception. Shauna Smith's art is so neat and multi, what am I trying to say? Media. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Go take a look at it. Spend some time in there. It's really neat. Right after the service. The Spirituality Sharing Circle is this Saturday coming up. It's at 2 p.m. You can go online and figure that out. Bob would like to see hands. Anyone planning on marching with UUCM at the July 4th parade? I shouldn't raise my hand because I won't be here, but well, okay, so maybe we could get some more people. Just talk to Bob. It's 4th of July. And Beth Rose has this great offering that she's bringing next Sunday after church, tips and tricks to managing Gmail. Anyone have over 200,000 emails in their inbox? Oh, really? I mean, really, 200,000. I'm over that right now, so. I know, I should probably dump some. GA, this is the General Assembly. For those who are new to UU, or just as a reminder, once a year we meet UUs from all around the country, I think, meet and they have a General Assembly with lots of classes, and they vote on important things, and they have services, and it's really neat. So there's public sessions that are going to be broadcast online, and you can find that link on our homepage. And then you can also, just on our homepage, go to uugrassvalley.org, take a look around. It's really extensive, and it's easy to maneuver around, and you can learn all about us there. So let's rise one more time and sing When Our Heart is in a Holy Place.
When we trust the wisdom
closing words, you can remain standing. The clearing. Do not try to save the whole world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in the dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hands and you recognize and greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to the world, so worthy of rescue. And though we're going to extinguish our chalice now, we know that we will carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. If you're in the, next Sunday, do you feel what I feel? The skill of deep communication. And if you're in the building, join us for refreshments in the back. And goodbye to the folks on Zoom.